sit down.
There we go. Set up. Episode 2 of Paul and Jean Preach Tottenham.
Mm.
And after Saturday's win against Hoffenheim, which we went to, surprise day out, going to discuss what we're going to talk about.
That game.
No, we're going to talk about that game. What are we going to talk about the game? How was the game?
Good.
Good. And what did you think of the performances?
Yeah, I thought they were really good.
Anyone in particular?
Bergvall, Mikey Moore.
Oh, yeah, 2 players that have been linked with moves away. Mikey Moore was meant to be moving to Cologne last week on loan, but it's been halted for the time being, probably because Kudu still hasn't had a run out. Kulusevski's still not looking closer to coming back, even though he's on the grass. And on the left side, all we seem to have at the moment is Tell, because Alderbert's still out with his ACL injury. So Mikey Moore's had his chance to shine, and he looked good in his goals. His second goals he could take. First goal was good running, but he looked sharp in the first half. He was taking on players, he was running past players, he was getting into good space for the first 15 minutes or so, and then we struggled with the ball and started going down Tell's wing, but then he got his goals. What do you think? Mikey Moore, want to keep, want to sell, want to loan out?
I would want to keep him.
Would he start? Would he be a substitute, or was it just keeping him for the sake of keeping him?
It depends if the other players are back.
No. Well, when he was on Rangers on loan last season, he played a lot of time spent on the left wing. But he was a starter. He was one of the young players of the season in the Scottish Premier League last year. So the ability's there. It's just whether or not he gets minutes without having any Europe this season. Is he going to be guaranteed to have a starting role? Probably not if everyone's fit. Rumours are we're still going for Savinho, which feels like the longest transfer of all time, seeing as last summer he wanted to move and now this summer he wants to move. But we're 4 days off the first game of the season and Savinho is still at Manchester City and we have no recognised winger outside of Tell who's fit. So maybe it's a chance for Mikey Moore in those first 2 weeks to stay on. The loan deal for Cologne may still be there before the end of the transfer window, and then if he gets minutes, maybe he could shine a little bit, earn himself more of a spot, or if not, then the option's always there to go on loan before the end of the window.
Yeah.
And we also thought Bergvall had a very, very good game in midfield.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I think it was really good. The turns that he had and stuff, I think it was really good.
Yeah, he looked... It's very easy to forget because Bergvall's been with us for a few years now, but it's very easy to forget how young he actually is. I think he's still even only 19 or 20 and he's already a first teamer for Sweden as well. And I think he won our Player of the Year and Young Player of the Year 2 years ago. Very, very underrated player, still a lot of potential to grow into. But he was fantastic on Saturday. He was taking the ball on the half turn, he was driving, he was creating space, his energy was there, he was all over the place. He looked like you, but with a better haircut. Little blonde bob running around. But he was very good. It's a player that I think I'd be very disappointed to see him sold. Because I think there's a lot of potential there. He reminds me a little bit of when Frankie de Jong was at Ajax, and you could see he had all the potential in the world there to go and do something. He just needed the minutes, and he needed the confidence, and he needed to know his role, because I don't think Frank knew what to do with him, because he is box to box. He's all over the place. He's got energy, but I think Frank didn't really know what to do with him. He was muddling him about, playing him in deeper roles. He was playing him, just seemed a bit lost under Frank. But he looked very, very good against Hoffenheim. He's driving forward, drove past a few players, got shots away, was getting the ball out wide. What do you think? Bergvall, want to keep, want to loan, want to sell? It's going to be for more than 50 million, so it's money to go towards other players, but still, is that a player that could be worth more than 50 million to the team over the next few years?
Over the next few years, I think he could be a superstar with the way he's going.
Could be. I very much like Bergvall. But it was a good performance. Who else scored? Richarlison. It's a good goal by Richarlison as well.
Yeah.
It's for one where, thankfully, Richarlison didn't have to think too much, which is normally in his interest, because if you give him a chance and he just has to hit it, he normally does all right. But if you give him a second to think about what he needs to do, then that's normally where he gets a bit confused and
Yeah.
doesn't make the best of it. But it's good build up. Passing from, I think it was Bergvall into Tonali, who turned
And then
ball out
passed
to
it to Gallagher.
Robertson.
Oh yeah.
Robertson, with his first appearance at Tottenham's ground as a Tottenham player. First time ball into the box. Richarlison, first time finish. Good, smooth transition of play.
Mm.
And I think looking at that, how we saw, as we talked about last time, what the defence would look like. I think, well, Dogi didn't play in the second friendly on the Sunday, so I think it's going to be Robertson starting this weekend against Brentford.
Yeah.
It's a shame Van de Ven didn't play, so it looks like he's probably going to miss the first game as well. It's not been said what his injury is or how long he's out for, or even, well, there's been nothing really. There's not been any communication about what's going on with Van de Ven, but I imagine it'll be Senesi and Van Hecker at defence with Robertson on the left, and Porro's back in training today, so I imagine Porro will be straight back in, especially now Spencer's confirmed gone. No other right back choices apart from Archie Gray.
Yeah.
What do you think of Archie Gray as right back?
He was decent the other game.
Yeah,
I think he was pretty good.
been our captain the whole pre-season now.
Yeah.
Which says quite a lot for a very young player, especially when you look around the team and you think, well, he's only 19, 20, and then you've got players who are starting on Saturday. You had Tonali, you had Gallagher, you had, well, even Bergvall has been playing in the team for longer, but in defenders, you've got Van Hecker and Senesi, and Andrew Robertson could be a captain quite easily. He's got all that experience. But Archie Gray, captain for the whole pre-season.
Yeah.
Good summer for him. Doesn't look like one that's going to go away anytime soon, but do we want to be seeing him at right back, or do we want to see him in central midfield? Where does he want to play? He needs to start locking down a role somewhere.
I don't know. He looks good in both positions, even CDM.
Yeah.
I think he looks good.
He's a very versatile player. The thing I don't like really about, it's good to have versatility at that young age because you can see and learn more of the game. But I think as he gets older, it was a little bit like, well, I think he's going to have a higher ceiling. But Eric Dyer was the same when he joined. He'd be playing right back, and then he'd be midfield, and then he'd be a centre back, and then he'd be right back again, and he'd spent most of his career just bouncing from position to position, never really defined anything. And then I think as he got older, you started to see when he was a centre back, he just struggled in his roles. Obviously, he's playing at Monaco now, but in his Tottenham year, by the time he was about 24, 25, you could see he was, yeah, this is not working. He's not locked in anywhere here. He doesn't look like a top centre back. Doesn't have the legs for midfield. Gray may be different, but I think at some point they need to work out where he is going to play full time.
Yeah.
And then we had the second pre-season match on Sunday. We didn't get a chance to watch that one. Did see the highlights. Fernandez for the assist for Ben Davis. Another season for Ben Davis, 13 years strong.
He's been playing for 13 years.
Tottenham for 13 years, yeah.
Jesus.
And then,
He's the longest that's ever stayed at the club, right?
I don't know who's the longest that's ever stayed there, but for someone who was signed from another club, 13 years is a long time to be at one club. Good header. It didn't feel like a big game from what I was watching the highlights. It felt like a training ground friendly. But that was probably for the best when you had the likes of Fernandez, who had the little knock, Maddison, who was still coming back. They all got minutes, so Maddison will be part of the squad. On Saturday, doubt he'll start, but he'll be in the team. Fernandez may start. He played a bit longer. Another goal for Williams Barnett. He's had a good summer. Maybe another prospect to bring in on the left wing whilst we're waiting for this forever Savinho transfer to go through.
Yeah.
And that's it. Vicario meant to be going to Juventus. He's already in Italy to take his medical. So that guarantees Kinski the number one spot if we didn't already know that. But Question is what happens now? Do we go and get another goalkeeper? Do we rely on Kinski's back end of the season performances, or do we get someone else to be his backup? To Pravka's solid enough backup, but he's not ever going to be competing for number one in his late 30s. So what do you think? Do you go for another goalkeeper?
I don't know. It depends if he gets injured or not or something. He could get a knock for a couple of games.
So is two goalkeepers enough at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I think we'll have this season where Kinski will get to prove his credentials for number one. I mean, the back end of the season last year was outstanding. He was actually very good against Hoffenheim as well. He made some big saves, 1-0, and kept us in the game. And then we went on, picked it up. But it's a big season for him. It's a big statement from the manager to turn around and say, this is my number one. The guy who made the mistakes, well, it's harsh to say he made the mistakes at Atletico, but the way he was treated in that game wasn't something you'd expect a player to bounce back from so quickly. So yeah, it'll be a testing season to see how he gets on. But it's a big gamble. Hopefully it pays off. And then we go into this weekend with Brentford.
Yep.
So what are we saying? What do we think the full lineup's going to be? Bearing in mind we've now had the last pre-season friendlies. There's no one that we're linked with that's likely to come through the door this weekend. We are linked with Gakpo, which seems to be there a lot at the moment, but whether it materialises or not, I don't know. Liverpool will be tricky to deal with. They won't want to lose a second left winger after losing Diaz last season. So, what do we think? What do you think the lineup's going to be for Saturday?
Kinski and goal, probably Van Hecker and Senesi. Then Robertson and Porro. Then Tellans. If we keep making more, then making more. Well, it depends if Kudus is fit or injured still. And what position do you want me to do?
I thought you were going to go through the team. You've got 7 players there at the moment. You've got your defence and your wingers. Who's your midfield?
Well, Tonali and maybe Bergvall, maybe Gray.
Okay. And then who's in the 10 role? I don't think Maddison will be fit to start. Imagine would probably keep Gallagher there.
Yeah.
Just for his work, just for his ability to work and press a bit more. Good energy.
Yeah.
And then it's going to have to be Richarlison, isn't it? We haven't got anyone else. I don't think Solanke's fit. I can't remember whether or not he played on Sunday, but again, someone who had no injury issues before joining the club now has persistent injury issues, which seems to be a Tottenham thing at the moment.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Do you think we'll win away to Brentford first day of the season, 5:30 kickoff? Their fans will be up for it. What do you think the score will be?
2-1 to Tottenham.
2-1 to Tottenham?
Yeah.
I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be 1-1.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for today then. And then maybe we'll do another one towards the end of the week, a little Brentford preview once we know the team news.
Yeah.
And then maybe Savinho will finally get done, if it ever gets done, or he'll be the next Damiao, which is linked with us forever and then never joins.
Yeah.
Okay then. Anything else?
No.
No? Okay then. We'll call it a day.